Hello, it's Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. It's great to see you guys today. We are going to do a Celtic cross for this new moon in Capricorn at 1 degree, coming up on the 23rd of December. I'm going to use the Fountain Tarot today. This is going to be 10 cards. I feel like what this Capricorn moon is doing, it's like all right, everybody come into the living room. Everybody come into the living room. All the sides of ourselves, we can look at it that way, right? Capricorn is like, sit down, everybody calm the hell down, okay? This is what we're going to do. We need to strategize. We need to, everybody has great ideas. Everything's going well, right? But we need to bring this into reality. That's Capricorn. Okay. That's Capricorn. And I live for that. I freaking love that. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck when I said that. I love Capricorn. All right, friends. Here we go. Without further ado, I'm in the energy. Card number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, absolutely. We're looking at where to put our energy, I feel, with the Two of Wands. And that's what this reading will help you do. I do believe that. So let's take a look. Let's see what the cards have to say for us. Starting with our first card, the Page of Wands. See, the first step to take here is a step of inspiration, is a step of passion-based inspiration, is what I'm getting off of this Page of Wands. Like, this little girl, she's dancing. Like, it's about dancing through life, And Capricorn is not an angry father. Like, I don't like how Saturn gets this reputation of kind of like an abusive, angry father. I do not see Saturn that way. I do not see Capricorn that way. I think it's like, imagine the Capricorn moon coming to this little girl's dance recital and sitting there, like, filming the whole thing, super supportive, earthly, grounded. Like, that's how I see this Capricorn moon. All it's trying to do is to help us with this Page of Wands energy. It's like, all right, everything is going well, but we've got to make sure we actually learn the dance moves. We've got to make sure that we have everything set up. Your uniform is laid out for the night before the performance. Because imagine, it's like we're scattered. There's all this scattered energy in the world, even outside of astrology, right? Outside of astrology, can we really escape it? You know what I'm saying? But what I mean is, like, we can look at this from different angles. We can look at this from a psychological perspective. We can look at this from a business perspective. We can look at this from so many different angles. But specifically today, what I'm sensing with this Capricorn moon is it's like a supportive father coming in and being like, everybody's doing great, but we've got to get organized, right? It's like the supportive father that is at the dance recital, right? That's what I'm seeing here. There's no anger here. There's nothing negative, right? It's not negative at all. Okay, so let's look at where our crossing energy is. The Page of Coins. See, it's like that supportive energy from Capricorn, it makes us want to, like, play again. I think that this crossing energy is a good thing, and it's very grounded. See how this little girl is, like, in the ethers dancing her heart out, right, with the Page of Wands. Now we have another page, the Page of Coins. She's out in the field. I think that that's what Capricorn is asking us to do, and that might at first feel like a glaring difference, but I don't think it is. It's like all we're doing is we're taking the more maybe polished dance recital with our beautiful sequin dresses and things like that, and we're taking it out into the wild with this Page of Coins card. It's like, that's what I'm seeing. It's like it's stripping things down to their essence. It's causing us to get back in tune with what really matters. Like, because have you ever experienced like a dance recital, for example? And I really haven't, but I can use music for an example because that's what I'm familiar with. It's like I just love to play music. I've always been a musician. I've always written songs since I was very, very young, right? I've always performed songs. But there's something that gets really technical and overwhelming about performing in certain environments and for certain people with certain standards. It's like it takes the joy out of it, is what I'm getting with this card as an example. So like what I believe what the energy is trying to help us do is to just bring it back to the joy. This little girl is just dancing outside in the field here, as opposed to being super nervous that she has to perform in front of all these people. And she can do both. She is doing both, right? Capricorn's helping us remember why we loved what we loved to begin with. Card number 3. This is our foundation, the 6 of Swords. I think we've just been moving from one place to the other, trying to find rest this past year. And I think what's about to happen is we're going to start feeling better. There's going to be a sense of like relief, like, oh, I made it. Like, I've arrived. I'm here. Like, I figured something out. That's that. It's like the embrace of Capricorn. It helps us feel grounded. It helps us feel like we are safe. We can understand what's going on. We have a structure. Like, we have a plan. And not even in like a rigid way, but just to live in the Six of Swords. Like, it's one thing, to take this boat to another location when we need to, right? Like when we're moving from one job to another, or we're moving from one big life decision to another, we're leaving a relationship, or we're moving across the country or something like that with the Six of Swords. But for this to be the foundation, this is like a nomad energy. And there's nothing wrong with that either. I mean, hey, but being like a traveling musician or something like that, to go back to that. But at the same time, it's like when you finally come home after touring, that is that feeling of like, I'm home. This moon is going to help us remember what home feels like emotionally, not necessarily literally, but maybe. So let's look at our recent past, card number 4, the King of Coins. I mean, this is a very Capricorn energy to begin with. I think that we've been looking for stability because, like I said, it's felt like we've been in choppy waters for a while with the Six of Swords, and so we've been grasping for like these safety blankets. We want to have comfort. We want to feel supported. We want to feel like this King of Coins. I mean, this could even be the dad showing up at the recital, right? Or the grandfather, right? Coming and sitting. He just has a nice smile on his face. He's kind of an older gentleman. He looks very established, very this man actually looks to me more like a grandfather energy, and I mean that can be Capricorn as well. There's just something very warm about that, something very supportive. Like when this little girl comes off stage, he says, "Wow, wonderful job, sweetheart. That was beautiful. Like, let's go to dinner. How'd you feel up there?" Like, just very very supportive of our dreams and wanting to help us to make them more of a reality that lasts instead of like a flash in the pan sort of a thing. Like, he's gonna help this girl go to Juilliard. Like, he might even freaking pay for it, right? With the King of Coins. So that's this energy, and we've been looking for that. We've been hoping for that. So let's look at what's up in our headspace here. Card number 5, the Ace of Swords. We're looking for truth, man. I love to see this in the mind. We want clarity. We want things to be very sharp, very precise. And that doesn't necessarily seem like a Capricorn energy. Usually, no, this is more air energy, right? But the amazing thing that I find about Capricorn's practicality is it pairs really well with the intellect, because it's a very grounded, tactical approach, practical approach to life and how to make dreams a reality. But at the same time, it makes sense. So there's something about us wanting things just to make sense and for them to flow normally. With this Ace of Swords here, this card always makes me feel like a corporate environment. It looks like these are like skyscrapers surrounding it. Once again, it's a very kind of cold energy. Same with the Six of Swords. These have a kind of cold energy to them. Whereas this, for example, has more of this earthy tone. Like there are these blues and these metallic kind of chrome colors here with the Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords. But then our crossing energy is this warm, saturated, like a sunny day, just enjoying ourselves, like feeling like our feet are like touching the earth. Like I'll speak for myself, but I've literally felt like I want to just like put my hands like in the dirt. In the ground and just like connect with the soil of the earth and just like let my energy collide with it, because we want things just to work seamlessly. And I feel like this Capricorn moon, this new moon, it's truly the opportunity for that to be the case, for something just to fit in. It's like I'm seeing a hole and I'm seeing something just filling in that space, that empty space, where once that empty space is filled, it causes us to feel more stable, like we've been looking for here. Okay, so card number 6, this is our near future. The Three of Wands. I mean, this will cause our expansion. See, when we feel safe, when we feel secure, when we feel like we are supported, and this doesn't even have to be supported by people. This is an energy that we're talking about here. You can literally the moon can be your friend. I'll speak for myself, because not all of you guys are as lonerish as me, but I'm serious. I literally, like, this past year I've looked up to the moon and I've literally just been like wanted to receive a hug from the moon. Like this Capricorn moon, I'm honestly like, come to my recital. Like, can somebody support me, And that sounds like super sad, but I'm just saying, it's like there's something about this where you're given a platform to stand on, and there's like a feeling of like feeling grounded and safe. It gives us almost the permission to expand, because we feel like things are not about to just, like, if we stop for 1 second, things are not just going to completely collapse in our lives. That's what this Capricorn moon is reminding us of. We've been going from place to place energetically through all these different transits, through what's going on in the world. It's like, I feel like we're desperate almost as a collective right now for this sort of grounded energy so that we can expand. With the Three of Wands, we want to expand, but we've felt like we've been looking for what the path to expansion is with the Ace of Swords in the mind. And, we've kind of just been going through the motions with this Page of Wands, just like doing what we can, right? To make things work the way that we hope that they will work. But at the same time, I feel like many of us have been bumping up against these walls. And it's really only a matter of time before, like, everything that we've been through as a collective, where we've been trying to put things together and make them, like, long lasting. That's Uranus and Taurus, right? Like make them sustainable, make them something that lasts, quality, value. Like it will still be standing here after we're dead. Like that's the kind of thing that we're longing for, I believe, with this King of Coins in our past energy. And in our future, we're looking for that to bring our expansion, because that's what we're trying to build towards in our own ways. It doesn't have to be a business necessarily. It can be I should say it the other way. It can be a business, it can be a family, it can be a passion, it can be your health, right? Just wanting this stable, grounded energy. And this energy is really going to help with that. This Capricorn energy is really going to help us to get back to feeling solid again. You know, and it's not magic. I'm just saying it's available. It's like as it emerges, it's like we can grab onto that and bring it towards us and let it envelop us and let it influence us and let it help us know. It can help us know that we're okay. Like we're gonna be okay. Like everything's fine. Your whole life is not gonna fall apart. If you take 1 second to think here with the Ace of Swords in the mind. But at the same time, Capricorn is here to help us like organize this stuff and make it a reality. Like it's not, Capricorn is the opposite of head in the clouds. Capricorn is like bring those thoughts down to earth and like let's get to work. Like let's make this real. Like we can make it real. Capricorn, I believe, is honestly the underrated like dreamer of the tarot, of the zodiac, though, at the same time, because it's like they see the dream and they actually put it into practice. They don't just sit around and dream. They have the dream and then they're like, okay, and then 2 weeks later they're like literally working on the dream. Like, oh, I'm gonna start a used car business. They're talking about it just casually at dinner one night. 2 weeks later, you drive by their house and they got some sort of license that they could like sell used cars off of their lot, their front yard, and you're seeing them talk to a guy and they're literally selling the car that day, and you're like, dude, you actually started the business. You look them up, they're on Facebook, they have the whole freaking business set up, they already have an employee. You're like, how the hell? This is why I love Capricorn. That's why I'm so thankful it's my North Node. I'm just like, help me, Capricorn, help me. Okay, so card number 7. This is how we are showing up here, is 6 of Cups. Yeah, we really just want things to feel like home. And that's what I'm getting, to go back to this King of Coins energy again. It's like with the 6 of Cups, and there's children in this card as well. We have 2 pages right at the heart of our spread, and now we have these 2 children with the 6 of Cups. It's like, it's interesting to me that they're holding this potted plant here. There is new life coming through out of these childlike ideas that we're having. This Capricorn is not coming in to say, get your head out of the clouds, kid, and get to work. It's actually saying, no, like those are amazing ideas. Those are beautiful theories that you have. Now let's make them a reality. I'm here to help you. It's like somebody coming in to help you, this Capricorn energy. So that's what I'm seeing there. Card number 8, this is our environment, is the 8 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like we feel 8 of Swords and other people around us feel 8 of Swords, like trapped. Like we felt like we haven't, what I'm seeing is like every direction we've been trying to move, we just keep being hit with like resistance and opposition. It's like it's like hard to move, it's hard to get going. It's hard for the expansion with the 3 of Wands to have happened, because I think a lot of us have had some false starts. We've been going through transformational periods, but I believe that all of that had to happen. Like, we're all doing this together. We're all evolving together. We are all on the same sort of quote unquote plan together, even though it's being expressed in different ways. You know, we all have different lives. We all have different lineages. We all have different passions and if you want to call it purposes. But at the end of the day, it's like we are all in this astrological soup together, learning and expanding and growing and evolving and adapting and becoming together as one unit. So what I'm seeing here is that we've all kind of felt Eight of Swords, and that's what this energy is coming to do. It's like Capricorn comes in with the freaking bulldozer. It breaks up the energy. It's like, all right, we've been stuck for too long. Let's break this up. Let's break up the soil. It's like coming in and breaking up that hard soil so that we can plant these seeds for them to actually grow. It's like, okay, yes, we've been talking about having this farm. We've been talking about planting these crops. This is Capricorn speaking. Now let's hit that ground tomorrow. I have the guy coming at noon. We're going to hit the ground and we're going to get those seeds planted. Period. Like, that's Capricorn, and that's what's going to get us out of that Eight of Swords. So we should all grab hold of this thing, this energy, and be like, yes, Capricorn. I was going to make a daddy Capricorn joke. I'll refrain. Oh, God. Okay. Card number 9. This is our hopes and fears. King of Wands. Yeah, I think that oh, wait. That's interesting. At first I thought this was Knight of Wands, and I was gonna say, that's interesting. I'll say what I was gonna say, and then I'll also say what I see on this card. What I was gonna say is I think our fear is like this inconsistent energy, which can be the Knight of Wands, where it's like we'll start something and then it will like fizzle out or whatever. But actually, now that I'm looking at this as the King of Wands, that's a much more solid fire energy. It's not like an energy that just, it's not like a firefly. I feel like the Knight of Wands can sometimes be kind of like a firefly. It's like in and out. But the King of Wands is like a roaring fire that you keep adding firewood to. So maybe we're afraid of inconsistent energy, but in reality, it's not inconsistent. It's the King of freaking Wands. The King of Wands, it's like, it really is, it's like a boss energy that just keeps being ignited every single day. We throw more wood on that fire. We throw more wood on our passions, and we keep it burning. I think that we've been afraid that we're going to put all this hard work in and it's like not going to work on like all the different things that we're working on. But in reality, it is. We just have to like keep putting that wood on the fire every single day. And I think it's honest to God as simple as that. It's not about like, am I worthy or any of those existential things. It's like, did you put wood on the fire this morning? Well, no, I didn't feel like I was worthy of putting wood on the fire and living my passion. It's like, well, of course the fire is going to go out, kid. And that's Capricorn coming in again with that practicality. Like, well, let's go get some firewood. Let's put it on the fire. Let's get going. You know, it's not about, oh, you know, am I worth this? Like, and I'm not making fun of that because I'm literally a crybaby that cries about that every freaking day of my life. So I'm just saying, it's like that Capricorn energy comes in and it's like, it just gets it just moves it along. You know what I'm saying? And then I also feel like Capricorn, it's like this grandfatherly energy that takes you to dinner after the event and is like, okay, now we can like talk about feelings, right? It's like, but let's just keep the practical steps moving, like do those practical steps to make this become a thing. Like how I gave that example about the used car business. It's like you might need to get a permit to be able to sell off your property. You're going to have to make a Facebook like business because people are not even going to know that your car exists unless they drive by your house and see the sign. But these days everything's online, so it's like these practical steps of like putting these things together. Capricorn is helping us be like, oh yeah, wait, so like why was I like doubting my worth and everything? Like, shouldn't I have just like made the Facebook group and like made money? It's like Capricorn's like, yeah, that's why I'm here. Like, we gotta get focused, right? And finally, this is our outcome, card number 10, is the Knight of Cups. And I like this Knight of Cups because it's like he's balancing this bowl on his head. So I feel like all of this has felt very kind of unbalanced for us, but it's coming into alignment because we're getting back in alignment with who we really are, what we love again, like how I started off talking about going from the stage with this page of wands to the field with this page of coins. It's like getting back in tune with like who we really are, the earth, our feelings, our passions, our wants, our desires, doing it with love. And this is how it's gonna show up, like we're the Knight of Cups, but really behind the scenes there's all of this powerful Capricorn energy that's actually helping us pull this whole thing off, is what I'm getting. But this is how it's gonna appear, is Knight of Cups, just like living our dream basically. Sorry guys, I got cut off. But anyways, what I was saying is like it's going to show up like as us just living our dreams, living our passions with this Knight of Cups. Like that's how it's going to look to the outside world. It's going to look very balanced. Like he looks very serene, right? And it does have these similar tones to the Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords. So it is the continuation of this energy that we've kind of been in our minds and in our foundation. But at the same time, it's like it's backed by all of this other inner work we've been doing, like connecting more again to just that earthly, wholesome energy with the Page of Coins. This is like a grandfather and a granddaughter here with the King of Coins and the Page of Coins, or a father, either one. It has this feeling of like going to the park with your grandfather, sort of a thing here. And that's, I think, what we're craving so badly, is like just feeling like we can just safely express ourselves with the Page of Coins here. And we want to just move forward boldly with this Knight of Cups, like genuine, full of love and passion and heart sort of energy, like heart-based businesses. Like I feel like many people are moving in that direction because that's what we're craving. And I think that a lot of it comes from this kind of more sterile chrome. We're kind of disconnected a bit from each other because of technology and things like that. So I think we are craving to kind of go back to this more grassroots vibe in a sense. And we want to have things feel like heart-based, as opposed to just like, I'm going to this job I hate because I need to make money to pay my stupid insurance that other countries don't even have to pay because they have universal health care and whatever. I'm not going to go into a political statement. I'm just saying it's like there are big problems in the world that we've probably subconsciously felt like we don't know how to solve them. And so I think actually, ironically enough, or not ironic, it seems like actually a perfect solution that we're even subconsciously coming to as a collective, where we're like, okay, maybe we can't quote unquote take down the big boys. I mean, maybe we can with like Bitcoin and stuff, but that's for another day. Anyways, maybe we can't necessarily take these guys down, but what we can do is we can change the narrative, we can change the tone, we can change the way we're doing things through like heart-based businesses, for example, living different sorts of lives with the Knight of Cups. And this is how we're going to appear, but this is what I want to say with it. It's not, if it was just Knight of Cups without all this other energy backing it, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm selling t-shirts out of the back of my car. I can't pay my rent. This is a passion-based business. It's a heart-based business, but I can't survive. It's not that. It's like when let's just take a t-shirt business, for example, when that t-shirt business is paired with like a Capricorn energy, that's what makes it substantial. That's what makes it, like, I don't know why I always use this example to people when I'm talking to them, but there's a man, Ethan Klein, here on YouTube, who's been on YouTube for years. He's a comedian. He has a really cool podcast, H3 Podcast. I feel like they just do it the best because he has like a whole group of guys that like are constantly like doing things while he is literally podcasting live. But anyways, he's been doing this stuff for years on YouTube, and he has like a really successful kind of like higher end clothing line. And I feel like so many YouTubers just have like merch, right? It's just kind of like cheap, it's not really that well done. But Ethan Klein, he like, there's an entire, and it's because he has like people working for him. He has like I'm talking about like Capricorn energy, like working with him to make it like an actual legitimate, like higher end clothing line, as opposed to somebody selling t-shirts out of the back of their car. It becomes a high-end clothing line. And that's what I mean by it's like partnering our dreams and our passions with this kind of more Capricorn energy that can actually make the dreams like make sense with the Ace of Swords in the mind. Like you're not just kind of living this like nomad life with like all you got is some sunflower seeds from the gas station to get you through to like tomorrow afternoon. It's like, no, that's not how the universe wants any of us to live. And many of us are passionate. Many of us are looking to live alternative sorts of lives. We don't want to just work a 9 to 5. We want to have our own businesses and things like that. And that's the world we're living in now. But at the same time, it's like we need to take advantage of these energies coming through that are here to actually help us, guide us, and kind of put us in a direction that will bring all of our dreams into reality, right? That's Capricorn. So that's this moon, and it's beyond this moon. We're in the winter solstice, right? So this is like something that's going to be continuing over the next months, that we're probably going to be restructuring our businesses. We're probably going to be looking at things from a different perspective, making changes so that they're more sustainable, that it's more possible, it's more doable, and that's all Capricorn. So with all that said, my friends, it's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here. Always a pleasure and a joy to read for you. I always make these readings longer because we're doing the Celtic cross, and I like to just use it, as an excuse to like really drill in here on this energy and like kind of just let myself come into it. And I get insights as well, like as I'm reading for you guys with this energy. So I'm like, hey, I should probably freaking restructure my business. And so, I mean, that's what I am doing with this energy. And that's why I'm kind of bringing these examples forward, because on a personal level, I'm taking this energy and I'm like, in all seriousness, I'm like Daddy Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? But, because I can be super, super proud. I have a lot of Leo in my chart. So, but I'm like, I literally, when Capricorn energy comes around, I'm just like, hello, it's me. But okay, I shouldn't make jokes because it's honestly serious. And to me, it's not just like a Daddy Capricorn in a sexual way. It's like, I mean, maybe that's just me. But it's more of like, it can also, it can take a turn, like we were talking about. Like, it's not just about like a sexual thing. It's about like this King of Coins energy, where it's like you actually feel like with this 3 of Coins and 3 of Wands, because this is our past and then the 3 of Wands is our future. And I'm going to close. I know I'd be talking. But this is our past and this is our future with the 3 of Wands. It's like we just want to be able to expand in like a place where we can feel safe to actually express and like come up with ideas where we don't feel like literally we're in quicksand. You know what I mean? And that's what this energy provides, this Capricorn energy. So I love this energy, and I'm so thankful that this is happening right now, because I really need it at the end of this year, like closing up the year, looking forward to 2023, like what things that we're going to be doing in 2023. And it's just very practical energy, like, okay, let's, what are we doing for the next 3 months? Like, what is Q1 looking like? Like, what's going on here? Like, how do we make all this work and all these pieces? How do we put them together? And so I'm really just like submitting to this. I don't know why I keep making this joke. I gotta go to this Capricorn energy. So much love, everybody. It's been Missy Gordon, the Metamystic here, and I will see you next time. Oh, and also, if you guys want to purchase any of the extendeds, if you can purchase them over on my Etsy shop at etsy.com/shop/the Metamystic. But I'm putting out all of the signs, so keep a lookout for your sign. for January 2023. So I will be putting those out throughout the weeks leading up to January, and then we will hit February next. But I have the full list of signs and what days that I'm releasing those videos up on my community tab, so look out for your sign for January 2023. And much love, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye.